Achievements in the game.
Thank you so much.
How has it been so far?
It has been great, the love is amazing. Everyone is just showing me love. And being a female rapper is difficult, but now for me, I feel like it's getting there.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? So if you're a young musician trying to make the best of your ability to reach the highest pinnacle one may receive in the life of a high-profile hip-hop artist, then I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the notorious hip-hop empire known as Ambitious Records. This independent record label is the one you should thank for birthing Mzansi's finest artists of all genres, such as Flame, Fifi Cooper, A. Reese, Amanda Black, Sjava, Pretty Ugly, and of course their most prized child, MT the Hustler. And this list goes on with many more other artists. But for some reason, most of these artists who were signed to the label all share something similar between them. That is their beef with Ambitious Entertainment. And today I'll be doing a mini-series covering the main signees under the label and what happened between them and the label. I hope you guys enjoy.
Tell us about Benchmark, tell us about Saudi, tell us about the whole design.
Ambitious, the most productive, stable in the game right now.
Yeah.
That's who we are, the most hardworking, the most productive. That's who we are.
So is it because I'm
But now, you may be asking, why this was the case? Why would anybody who has been graced with the opportunity to live out their dream as an artist and bask in all its glory just end up switching sides and instead embroil with those who gifted them with the opportunity of a lifetime? Well, I've done a little research and discovered that in most cases, the problems between the artist and the label had to do with one major factor: financial restraints. Yes, money is the main reason artists who were once signed to the label decided that their interests were not being taken into consideration, and the obvious choice was to break out of their contractual agreements with the label and to venture off onto greener pastures. But why was it always Ambitious Entertainment, a company which was established not so long ago in the distant year 2015 by a successful media personality and businessman who goes by the name Kgosi Mamapelo, creating a beast of a music label which boasted a legendary range of a roster with its main three heavy hitters of the time: Benchmark, Fifi Cooper, and MT. In today's video, I'll be covering the highly documented war that went on between the first lady of Motswako, Fifi Cooper, and the beast of the label, Ambitious Entertainment.
Back it up, habash, takohola saka, yes, ass, kitokela fela ditaka, turn this industry around, make us on a ditaka. So now, take it taka satla swaka otohana ulemala be ukhata kapatata, wikawata kapatata, ke khotlatsa ke khorapalata, lele kase ke khopatlalatsa, ke khobatalaza lidikatsi.
Rifile Boinkotlo Moketsi, mostly known as Fifi Cooper, was born on the 27th of October 1991, representing the Northwest Province, being born in the famous city of Mafikeng and growing up in the area of Montchiwa, where she went on to finish a high school career at Botswana High, where she got the name Fifi, being shortened from her first name, and the last part Cooper being compared to the famous mini car brand and her short height. She went on to study marketing, media and journalism at Boston Media, which was mainly her way of entering into the music industry. And of course, her love for music was obviously heavily inspired by the legendary Motswako artists that came from her hometown, like the legends Kulichana, Casper Nyovest, and of course, the late legend Double HP. And she felt that she had to be the first big female artist to blow up from the famous city. Another reason she had realized a passion for music was her father, who sadly passed away while she was still in primary school. However, according to Fifi, her father was skilled on the bass guitar and they would jam together with her singing alongside his tunes on the bass, where she honed her singing abilities.
I always rap about myself, my life, my career, my personal thing. Like, people don't know that I have a son, and I always, because he inspires me, I always put that in my music. So obviously the Motswako Kings did, play a big role in my life. I decided to do Motswako because I grew up in Mafikeng. Obviously your Double HP comes from there, your Tuxinanga, Kulichana. So I grew up listening to a whole lot of Motswako, and I saw a gap that we don't have enough female rappers who will represent, where they come from. So
She then started a music career and found a unique style, now a rapper, mostly known for her rapping ability and unique style of hard sounding type of delivery with the ability to switch up a flow with a more pop sound to her. However, here's a fun fact: Fifi Cooper actually started off as an R&B singer due to her heavy singing involvement at school level, and only by 2010 did she really get into rapping. But She felt that Mafeking was in desperate need for a female rapper to represent the new generation of the province, even being gifted the nickname the First Lady of Motswako from the GOAT himself, Double HP.
Try something out of my comfort zone, and I wrote a rap song, and that's when my life changed. WHP gave me the title Motswako's First Lady. I started performing.
Imagine that, like,
Yeah.
of all the things you choose one of the most difficult, which is rapping. And then you're rapping like as a Motswako rapper, which is not an easy thing to do. You could have just gone the English route.
Yeah.
And then, oh, hey, I wrote my first rap song, and here's Double HP.
Yeah, you understand? It was just so weird. But I felt like I understand the sound, the Motswako sound, because that's who I really am.
Yeah.
And it was just so easy for me, because I'm a writer, I'm a creative, I'm an entertainer. So I know.
Fifi grew up mostly involved in the world of music, stating that she had even started singing at the age of 8 in primary school and got a first opportunity where she was able to make a guest appearance on Molemi's Motsomal, Rebel with a Pause album. But a breakthrough came in 2010 when she dropped a successful single, Tshela Morago, which performed so well she earned guest appearances on songs like Dabaweni, featured on the Lost in Time album by Kulichana, Lexion's song titled Money from his Gentleman's Club album, and even a feature on AKA's Baddest Remix. Everything was going so well for her that in 2015 she was finally able to sign a name on the dotted line of a fresh new label, the one and only Ambitious Records, who had promised her many things to help her in her future as an artist. And by the end of May, she was releasing a music video for a song, Kisses, featuring former Cash Time affiliate AB Crazy. And by the 13th of November 2015, she had released a well-placed debut studio album, 20 Fifi, gifting us with bangers like Truth or Dare, Untununu featuring Questa, and Kuze Kuze alongside her ambitious affiliate MT. And the album did so well she received multiple awards at the 15th Metro FM Awards and many more nominations in other award ceremonies. And it was then decided that Fifi Cooper was destined for a great career under the Ambitious Entertainment label. Or that's what we all thought.
Like I've said, it would be the first time winning an award, and for the fact that my dad is the one that introduced me to music and he passed away, unfortunately. It's very sad that he won't be there to actually see me winning an award for the first time, or actually, doing something great. But it would mean the world to me, because my family has been, supporting me since day one, and my fans has always been there for me since day one. So it'll actually just show that I've been working hard, and
After a successful year for the label, with the label racking as many as 9 awards at the Metro FM Awards between their 2 prized artists, Fifi and MT, the label ended up walking away with an estimated 900,000 Rand after just one event, with Fifi scooping 3 awards, winning Best Newcomer, Best Produced Album and Best Female Album. And it was pretty clear that Ambitious was turning into a powerhouse of a label, and the company was in a position of empowerment and growth. And I'm assuming the first step they would have taken was to sign more promising artists. This to me is an underlying reason why she did not want to continue with the label, even stating in an interview on the Mgosi News article saying, "There were a lot of new artists coming in every day, and it ended up being a problem when I had to go to interviews because there were not enough road managers, or the studio was fully booked, because the new artists have that pressure of making sure they drop albums." She continues saying, "Obviously, when it comes to money, I was not happy with the finances. The payment plan was very weird for me and it felt like an allowance." Now, I completely understand what she had said in the first part involving new artists. I see why the label felt it was the right move to sign new talent, and I get why these new artists would strive to do all they can to work harder and prove they were worth the investment. And I completely agree with Fifi Cooper on this point as a proven artist. But at her level, who has won awards, the label should have been investing more attention and resources towards her to improve and grow a brand, which would result in a bigger return on investment for the label. And in my opinion, I feel like the label did not take her seriously as an artist compared to their other golden boy, MT. According to her, there were issues when it came to payment plans, and that the label was not being completely honest with their artist. Fifi even stated that at first the money wasn't too much of an issue, as they were getting paid out around 50,000 to 20,000 to 25,000. However, what didn't make sense was that they were performing at least 15 shows a month, so the math didn't work out so well.
I didn't know that the guys want to leave, but I know that every artist whenever we go to shows or gigs or interviews, we were talking about this problem that we are working, but we don't have money, so it was just that thing. But now I don't know why are we fighting. I feel like we are fighting, and I don't know why, so that's why I just...
At this point, I'm guessing the label did not like a new attitude towards the company that brought her into this new world, with Fifi even claiming that the label had encouraged new rapper Gigi Lamaine to go against her because they thought Fifi had become a problem. And according to Fifi, newer artists who had joined the label were also told that she was apparently a diva and difficult to work with, which scared off many potential features. And by the end of all her hard-proven work, Fifi had decided it was finally time for her to pack her things and move on.
Anymore, I feel like most of them, they were told not to, talk to me and stuff like that. Even
thing.
Even with MT, like it's very difficult for me, like to even talk to him. Like I always have to go through management. I tried to have him on the album. It was so difficult. They didn't want him to come record. It was just like a whole mess. And I just have to deal with it. At the end of the day, I came to this world alone.
Yeah.
And I know what I bring to the table, so I'm not afraid to eat alone.
Right.
So,
True.
yeah, so I...
Now, this is where the real fun happens. Fifi's relationship with CEO Kgosi Mamapela was dwindling to the point where they weren't even on speaking terms. And by early 2017, Fifi announced her resignation from the label with an announcement over Instagram with the caption, "Yo, listen, note that I am no longer an ambitious entertainment artist." But oh boy, how the tables had turned on the now independent artist when by November, Ambitious clapped back with a lawsuit grounded by the High Court in Jozi against the rapper that she was banned from performing any of the large amount of music she had recorded while still signed to the label. I mean, imagine that. An artist prohibited from presenting their own artwork? What was she supposed to do at a booked event? Tell jokes? This was one of the craziest hip-hop news at the time because it proved how unfair the mighty corporations could treat their own artists during or after they've served the company. To add more fuel to the fire, the label ordered that she return or deleted all her unreleased music recorded on her time at Ambitious, and she was ordered to pay damages for infringing on the label's copyrights and to pay the legal costs of the case. Now, at this point of her career, I imagine Fifi Cooper was substantially wealthy, as all artists are, but rich enough to take on a company backed by a powerful law firm is destined to grab a huge chunk of money out of anyone's balances. And Fifi stated that she didn't have the financial resources to take on the label until one day, my fellow listeners, the most random and unexpected 19 shining armor galloped on his stallion bearing the red flag and red beret, offering his mighty aid to the struggling rapper and help her quest to take on the mighty wrath of Ambitious Entertainment. Yes, you guessed it, I'm indeed talking about the president of the Economic Freedom Fighters, Julius Selo Malema. On the 28th of November 2017, the EFF officially announced their opinion on the Fifi situation and the injustice and unfairness that was being thrown at the artist, even calling out Northwest Premier Supra Mamapelo as corrupt. Yes, you heard right, Mamapelo is rumored to be brothers with the Ambitious Entertainment CEO, which is why the case could have been favored towards the record label, and to me it did seem somehow convenient that this was all allowed to happen. However, Juju had made it the party's mission to assist the rapper in the case, and Fifi was quick to take up their offer as any desperate artist would. And eventually, she was backed by the EFF's own lawyers to assist her pro bono, and soon after, a settlement was agreed upon, which allowed the rapper to continue using her artwork and release whatever she liked. And this case took over a year to resolve, with Fifi even having to delay her album. However, Fifi was delighted from the support from the party, even posting on Insta just to thank the EFF and their efforts. And finally, Fifi Cooper was a free lady, free from a chain to the label, and free to now do whatever she wanted in the free music world.
There is no way you can stop me from performing my song. I just always knew that, and even when I was, during the court case, I still believed that somehow somebody's gonna see that this is injustice. And I'm very grateful that Julius came on board and he helped me with the EFF lawyers, and we finally got my freedom. Now I can perform my songs, and the thing is, for me, it was dragging me, financially and emotionally. I couldn't even drop my album. I've been working on my album for 2 years, but I couldn't drop the work because things were just too messy, you know. I couldn't even feature people on the, like I would say, you know, celebrity friends on the album because nobody wanted to touch me. Nobody wanted to work with me. So I literally.
I'm happy to see this situation resolved, and honestly, this was my first indication of how local music labels can take advantage of their own artists, milking them dry and chucking them out when they've got no more use for them, even going as far as to blockade their former employees from releasing their own hard work. And Fifi went on to start her own independent label, Mo Cooper Records, and she has since dropped the project Take Me Back in 2018, naming it this because she had felt that fans had kinda lost interest in her and thought she was suddenly a trap queen, but she felt it was time to bring her music back to her Motswako roots. She also later released her new school hip hop EP in 2019, and most recently she released her latest single titled Netsoor, which is very interesting because it's a drill inspired song which is low-key weird, but hey, the song slaps in my opinion. And in many interviews, like an interview for Drum Magazine with Matawe Mastapola, she has stated many times how hard it is now being the boss of her own independent label and how she has to be more financially conscious in order for the business to survive, and that it is a big change from the former way of making money under a giant music label. But she admits it was a step she was willing to take in order to provide for her family.
I feel like I want to blow kisses with somebody.
Fifi Cooper son. Motswako's first lady. Kiss it. I like it when we touch like that. I like it when we kiss like that. When we do it like that. I like it when you look at me just like that. When you touch me like that. I like it when we kiss like that. When we do it like that. I like it when you.
And at the end of the day, she's still performing, and most importantly, she's free to perform her own music freely without ever having to be harassed by the ambitious label, and to me, that is just as well deserved and well fought for. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, I know I've been gone for a long time, I had a long ass hiatus, but I mean ever since the lockdown kind of slowed down, I've been working and I've been busy, but I will be having more content on the way. This is the first of my mini-series. I'll be covering other artists such as Flame, A-Reese, you know, and especially the big one, MT. But for now, I hope you guys like and subscribe, maybe share, and you know, yeah, peace, and stay safe out there. We're still in the middle of a pandemic, but you know how it is.